Dear friends, welcome to Civil Conclave presentation. Today, what we are going to discuss about it, what is meant by a architectural drawing and its description. Architectural drawing. Architectural drawings are drawn according to a set of drawings standards that includes elevation, section, cross section, site plan, floor plan, and other various items. Architectural drawing is simply a technical drawing of a house, a building, or any kind of a structure. Technical drawings are a graphic representation, such as lines, symbols, that follows specific convention of a scale and projection. The scale is chosen both to ensure the whole building will fit on the chosen sheet sizes like A0 to A4 and show the required amount in the detail. Floor plan. In other words, it is called as a horizontal section cut through a building. Conventionally at 4 feet, 1 meter above the floor level, showing walls, windows, door openings, and if any other feature at that level. The plan view includes anything that could be seen below the level, the floors, stairs, that means up to the plan level only, fittings, and sometimes furniture. Objects above the plan level, that is, example, beams overhead, can be indicated as a dotted line. Geometrically, plan view is defined as a vertical orthographic projection of an object to a horizontal plane with the horizontal plane cutting through the building. See, this is the example of the floor plan wherein we are indicated our drawing room, living room, bedrooms, kitchens, and etc. Site plan. Site plan is a specific type of a plan which shows property boundaries, access to the site, and the nearby structures adjoining to the site. It shows the building already existing if there are, and those who are proposed, which we are going to likely to be constructed, such as building footprints, roads, parking lots, footpath, trees, and a planting. For a construction project, the site plan also need to show all the services, connections, drainages, sewerage lines, water supply, electrical and communication cables, exterior lighting, etc. See here, the proposed drawing which I show it to you here. Here you can see that buildings are being marked, drainage lines have been marked, electrical lines have been marked, everything has been marked in the site plan. Site plans are commonly represent a building proposal prior to the design stage. Drawing up a site plan is a tool to decide both the site layout and the size and orientation of the proposed new building. In this context, the site plan forms a part of a legal agreement. There may be a requirement for it to be drawn up by a licensed professional, such as an architect, an engineer, landscape architect, and a land surveyor. Elevation. Geometrically, an elevation is a horizontal orthographic projection of a building on a vertical plane. The vertical plane normally being parallel to one side of the building. Architects also use the word elevation as a synonym for facade. So the north elevation is literally the north facing wall of the building. South elevation is been facing the south side of the building. An elevation is a view of a building seen from one side, a flat representation of one facade. See, this is the image of a elevation from the one side, which has been shown. Section. A cross section, also simply called a section, represents a vertical plane cut through the object. In the same way, the floor plan in a horizontal section viewed from the top. In the section view, everything cut by the section plan is shown by a bold line, often with a solid fill to show objects that are cut through. And anything seen beyond generally shown as a thinner line. See here how the section drawing has been shown. You can see the section when you cut a section. Here you can see the bold lines which are been indicating another thing, how it has been cut and etc. Everything has been shown in the sectional drawing. Geometrically, a cross section is a horizontal orthographic projection of a building onto a vertical plane, with the vertical plan cutting through the building. Sketch and diagram. A sketch is rapidly executed freehand drawing, a quick way to represent and develop an idea not intended of the finished work. A diagram may also be in a freehand, but deals with the symbols to develop the logic of the design. Here, what I call this is the building which is being shown as a sketch. See here the art program is sketch, and this is a diagram. If you see the diagrams, which consist of what all the components has been involved in and everything has been identified, is as a diagram, whereas a sketch is only an outlay. Elements of the building design. There are two basic elements in the building design. One is aesthetic and the practical. Aesthetic element includes the layout and the visual appearances, the anticipated feel of the material, and cultural references that will influence the way the people perceive the building. Practical concern includes space allocated for different activities, how people move around the building, daylight, artificial lighting, etc., etc. Exploded view. An exploded view diagram shows the components part assembled in some way so that each can be seen on its own. These views are common in technical manual, but also used in architecture, either in a conceptual diagrams or illustrated technical details. Here you can see the exploded view. When the building, what I'm trying to say that a full plot, if I'm exploding into each component, how it is going to look around, that is known as an exploded view. Cutaway view. Cutaway view parts, the exterior are omitted. In this cutaway parts, exterior section has been removed to show only the interior. Although common in technical illustration, many building products system, the cutaway is in a fact little used in the architectural drawing. Here you can see that. This is the cutaway view. Here the external wall has been removed. So when you are sitting from the things, you can see how the building is going to look around inside. Classification of the civil drawings. They are called as tender drawing, contract drawings, working drawings, completion drawing. The function of each drawing corresponds to the stage of the project from tender to completion. The difference between these drawings may be negligent or significant, depend upon the specific of the project. In a small scale projects, there is often little difference between the tender drawing and the completion drawing. If a drastic changes are made in the mid-project, the working and completion drawings may noticeably different from the tender and the contract drawing. Tender drawing is prepared early in the building process and is used by the contractors for developing bids. Tender drawing, together with other tender documents such as bill of quantities, specification, etc., describes the project schemes to the contractor so that he can quote the price accordingly. Tender drawings are prepared by engineers with a clarity of understanding in mind. Contract drawing. The engineer can carry on with a more detailed design only after the completion of the drawing. tender drawing. After evaluating the contractor bids, the engineer compares the contractor assessment of the project to the tender drawing to make the necessary modification based on the professional construction method and budget. These drawings and engineer's reports are included in the document prepared for the legally binding contract between the contractor and the project commissioner. Contract drawing. For some projects, tendering has been straightforward and without any alternative proposal. The contractor drawings can be same as tender drawing. If alternate proposals have been accepted, new or additional drawings will be need to be prepared according to the accepted tender condition and alternative. Working drawing. They are generally more detailed than tender and contract drawings. These plans informs the actual works of the project and represent the engineer's final decision. For simple drawings, the working drawings may not significantly differ from tender and contract drawing. However, for a large set of projects, tender drawing, working drawings might vary according to the modification and everything. They are often supplemented by finer design and construction detail drawing, which is known as a construction drawing, in the form of notes and additional drawings and instruction. Completion drawing. Completion drawing are the final set of a drawing made in a building project, and the purpose is to record the project as it was built. During any given project construction stage, the changes are likely to have been made according to the site conveniences. These variation, additions, and alternation may be according to the site condition and budgetary concern. Even the smallest variations to be recorded in the completion drawing, which is known as the as-built drawing. Standard conventions of the drawing. Engineering drawing uses a standard range of convention and symbols. Engineering drawings are prepared according to the professional code and technical standard, so that they might be read by anyone without misinterpretation or a confusion. Reading engineering drawing requires knowledge of the following elements: scales, symbols, projections, and lines. Scales. The scale adopted by the civil engineering drawings depend upon the degree of the accuracy. Representative fraction indicates the ratio of the dimension in the drawing to the dimension in reality. For example, a location map may have a scale 1:1 lakh, meaning that the dimension of the actual subject is reality is 1 lakh times larger than that of the drawing. For example, here I show you a city of Mumbai location plan. Scale of different project. Scale of quarter inch, that is 1 feet, that is 1:48 ratio, is a common for simple architectural plan. The use of CAD has been introduced, a new concept in the process of the scale. As in this case, digital models are created in full sizes. Drawings of any scales can be generated from any model. See, there I show you various symbols like a concreting, water, sections, and how to cut it, what is where I cut it, and all these things. This is known as a symbol which has been used in the architectural drawing. Projection. First, angle projection. This is the right side view, bottom view, front view, top view, left side view, back view. This is a third angle projection. It is in the opposite direction. It will work on the same way. Third angle projection. Here I show you third angle projection, which we see here. You had all these things. Okay. Whereas in the first angle projection, it will look like this. Standard lines. Drawing lines are standard lines in engineering drawing. In civil engineering drawing, different type of lines convey different drawing. Construction lines are preliminarily used for laying a drawing, not a standard line type, and will not be included in the final drawing. Central lines. Hidden lines are a short dashed lines that represent edges that are not visible in the given angle. Platoon lines are designate imaginary future, such as a position of the moving parts like a door, swinging open, etc. Construction line. Here I show you the image of the construction line. Construction lines are lightly drawn lines used to help draw all other lines and shells properly. See, this is the grid line which is being shown as a construction line. Here again, vertical construction line, how it has been drawn, it has been shown. Pattern line. These lines made up of long dashes, alternating with the part of a short clashes. They are used to show alternative position of the moving parts to show the expected details. It is being explained in the drawing very clearly. Hidden line. The hidden line is used to show a features of edges of a subject that is not visible. It is broken line in medium thickness. Here you can see with the red color, I am showing you what is meant by hidden line. Center line. This is used to locate the center of the feature. It is usually a fine broken line made of alternative shots. Here I can show you how the center lines have been made. Here I can see how the center lines are made for a various structure. Break line shows imaginary breaks of an object which are too long or a big to be represented in the entire drawing. Dimension lines are imaginary lines, okay, which shows the length, width, height of a designated edges. These lines are bracketed off by arrows and with the measurement number placed in a break of the middle of the line. Leaders of the imaginary line with the arrows on only one end. The head has connected dimension labeling due to change of describing. Cutting plans are used in a drawing cross section of the subject, defining the section of a whole object that will be represented as a more detailed drawings in its part. Here, the different type of lines which I show it to you. This is a construction line. This is a method of center line, hidden line, pattern line, drawing line, break line, duration limit, header, and coming places. These are the type of lines. Here, all the lines put it together in one picture, which is shown as, which we call as a family line. You can see the cutting line, modern line, center line, and all these things have been marked here. See, this is in a building, how many lines, how it is being used, where it is being used is all has been shown in the drawing. Thank you for watching this presentation. If you like this presentation, kindly like and subscribe and share with your friends, which will enable me for a furthermore good representation. For any inquiries, you can call me or you can contact me on civilconclave@gmail.com or at my Telegram group, Civil Conclave Telegram. Okay, you can call. The link has been provided. Kindly subscribe, like, and share the presentation, which will enable me for a further good presentation. Thank you for watching this presentation.